Hello and welcome everybody to another Powered Cube Draft video. I'm Paul Cheon and today we are sitting at rank number 82. We've been having a pretty solid run overall. I think we're at like an 80% win rate so far in Cube, so things are going really well. And we've been trying to draft a lot of different archetypes and hopefully we can do another unique archetype. But you know what? We're just going to draft whatever's open and whatever's good. Now, before we hop into this draft, I wanted to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com for all of your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. If you wanted to pre-order some booster boxes of Lower and Eclipsed, or you wanted some singles for your standard, modern, Pioneer, or Commander decks, go to TCGplayer.com and make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Additionally, head on over to HeavyPlay.com for all your Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories needs. If you need sleeves, deck boxes, playmats for your upcoming Friday Night Magic, pre-release, regional championship, they are the place to go. Make sure you go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. They're also at basically every Magic the Gathering convention. Swing by the booth, tell them Paul sent you for 10% off in person as well. Mox. No Mox. Alrighty, alright. What do we have? We got a Brain Freeze in the pack. Think we've done a little bit of Storm, so I'm probably going to be looking to do something a little bit different here. So cards that I think are first pickable are Fiery Confluence, Reanimate, Brain Freeze, if that's what you want to do, and, you know, to some degree, Sage of the Skies, but this kind of goes in like a Boros aggro deck, and we just drafted Boros. So I don't know that that's the direction that I want to go. The question is, do I want to take the generically good card in Fiery Confluence, or do I want to do the Reanimation strategy? For those of you, you know that I'm generally not super high on a Reanimator, so I think I might just take the Fiery Confluence because I think it's just the most powerful card, like, by itself. You know, I take it all back. Let's take the Reanimate and see where this goes. Yeah. Well, okay. So I do think Fiery Confluence is a fine pick, but that gives us a really good shot at drafting like another red-white deck, which I don't necessarily want to go. Pack 1, pick 2, there's a Vaultborn Tyrant, but this is more of a card that you want to play with Sneak Attack and Flash. It's an okay Reanimate target, but certainly not one of the premium ones. I'm looking at Lightning Bolt, which I think is just kind of traditionally the best card to take. I think it's a little bit too early to just like slam Frantic Search right away. Certainly, I can still draft like a Rakdos midrange strategy with Reanimate as a card. So I think I'm just going to take Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt is busted. Really, really good card. And see where this goes. Now, would I have preferred to start the draft with Fiery Confluence Lightning Bolt? Absolutely not, because I got a third pick Entomb. That's right. We have Entomb Reanimate. We can combo people on as early as turn number 2, which is great. Retrofit our Foundry is good for the artifact deck. A number of solid green cards in Ignoble Hierarch and Isika's Chariot. But yeah, we are in, and now we want to see some excellent reanimation targets. Cards that I'm looking for would be cards like Gristlebrand, Atraxa, and Archon of Cruelty. All right, pack 1, pick 4, late-ish Mother of Runes. Ooh, the Mom pack. Mother of Runes and Giver of Runes. She looks more like a Grandmother of Runes, personally. But yeah, we're not going to take those cards. We will be taking Underground Sea. Really great land. Oftentimes, when you're drafting Reanimator, you're Dimir, Grixis, like you're just in the Grixis colors a lot of the time. We saw that Frantic Search in the pack earlier, so if that tables, you know, Jace, Fringe, Prodigy, like blue just has access to a lot of looting effects. So I want to take the Underground Sea because I think that's something that we are very likely to end up in. All right, pack 1, pick 5. There's Ancient Tomb, which is okay. There's Damnation, which is just a really good sweeper to play. There's Quantum Riddler, which is a card that I just love. And there's Life Death. And, you know, if I'm in Grixis, oftentimes you'll end up with enough removal. So I don't actually prioritize cards like Damnation very highly. There's Fire Covenant. There's Toxic Deluge. I'm looking at Life Death versus Quantum Riddler. And I think Life Death is one of the weaker reanimation spells. So for that reason, I'm going to take the Riddler here because this gives us outs to just putting together a really nice mid-range deck if the reanimation strategy doesn't actually end up working. All right, pack 1, pick 6. There's Aluris. Not going to do that this time. So what do I take? Pretty weak pack here overall. I suppose I can take Faithless Looting. I don't love this card, but if I'm like, if you're super all in on Reanimator, I suppose it can be something that's pretty nice. None of these lands I'm super interested in, so I guess I'll take the Faithless Looting, but I don't know that there's a super high chance that I end up playing this card in this deck. All right, pack 1, pick 7. That's a really late remand. I love remand. There's a Creeping Tar Pit. There's a Caustic Bronco, which is another card that I like in mid-range strategies. But when you're doing the Reanimator thing, you don't want to play it just because you're going to have so many expensive cards. Consult the Star Charts is also an excellent, excellent card draw spell. And probably the card that I would take if Remand was not in the pack. This is just Disruption and also a card that finds you what you need. So let's go ahead and take that. All right, pack 1, pick 8. There's Dothy Voidwalker, which if I end up in like a Dimir mid-range deck, I think it can be fine, but I really like Expressive Iteration as a card advantage engine. I think I'm just going to take the Iteration here. Honestly, there is a non-zero chance. There is a non-zero chance that we just end up in like blue-red value as well, right? So let's just keep that as an option here. Easy Xander's Lounge. That gives us kind of all the colors that we need. And all right. Certainly have some direction here. Actually, let's just do it by curve. Curve is really low, which I love. All right, there is the Frantic Search, and there is a Black Cleave Cliffs. I mean, Cliffs is fine, but I'm going to take the Frantic Search. I am missing out on the opportunity at taking a really solid land, but again, if Reanimation is available, then these cards, like all these cards here, become good. If not, then I missed out on a Black Cleave Cliffs. But the upside is certainly there. But again, right now, we just don't have any good Reanimation targets. And if that's the case, then we're on 4 to 5 playable cards. All right. There's still time to table things, of course. Green, of course, still wide open because green is just not a color that people like. Yeah, I don't want to take the green cards either. I guess I'll take Talisman of Indulgence. Maybe there is a small world where I play. Yeah, everybody's just nobody's in green. I'll take Savannah, I guess, but that's a land I'm really unlikely to play. I mean, I basically like all the colors. I love the white aggro decks. I love the blue decks. I even like Rakdos midrange. Green itself, I've just had a lot of difficulties with. Maybe if I get like Minskin Boo, Oko, a bunch of Birds of Paradise, you can go head in that direction. But yeah, Virtue of Persistence versus Damnation. I think I like Damnation more. Virtue is nice if you're trying to reanimate things, but this is just a much more powerful effect. So let's take that here. Wow, Inspiring Vantage with 2 cards left is surprising because Boros is still very strong, and that's one of the better lands for that deck. All right, well, I guess we'll take Mox. What a pack. Mox Jet and Mana Vault. Really, really good stuff. I mean, I'll play a Kefka, I guess, if I get it. There's also Tinker in the artifact strategy. Sin, if you are doing some reanimation stuff. But, of course, we are just taking the on-color Mox. So it looks like we might just be, like, full-on Grixis control, given that we're not seeing a lot of the reanimation stuff. Reanimate, like I said before, still a playable card, but you know the Vaultborn Tyrant didn't table, and so for that reason, we have some of these enablers, but we just don't have the payoffs. Not that you need a lot, but I'm at the point where I think if it's close between like a Reanimation card and a mid-range card, I will be heavily leaning towards taking the mid-range card. For example, this pack. There's Malcolm Alluring Scoundrel, which is really good. It's just a really solid creature and helps with the reanimation strategy because you loot. But I think Barrowgoyf is a much stronger card. So for that reason, I'm just going to take the Barrowgoyf and just not worry about reanimation nonsense. Because we need a lot of playables to put this deck together. All right, Dismember I love. There's also Dak Faden, Hullbreacher, and Watery Grave. I'm a little bit lower on Hullbreacher than I think a lot of other people. Especially in like a Grixis Fair deck, like I don't have any draw 7s right now. Oh, I didn't see the Force of Will. Okay, I think I might. Force of Will versus Dismember versus Hullbreacher. Wow, what a pack. I guess I'll take the Force of Will. Man, that's a loaded pack though. But I mean, Force of Will is super duper strong. All right, pack 2, pick 4. There is Subtlety, Fire Nation Occupation and a Lutri, along with a Raucous Theater as options. I do like Lutri a fair amount, and we have... Okay, I should... Okay, you know what? Now I have some creatures. Do I have enough stuff for Lutri? It's just a really good card to play. I don't love Cecil in this type of deck. So it's between subtle... There's also Fire Nation Occupation, which is pretty interesting. 1, 2... I only have 3 instants, though. This is okay if you have, like, lots of instants. I think Lutri is good enough to take here. It's just, like, good value. And, you know, if there is a shell where this card is going to shine, it's in the Grixis decks. Here, there's Vivi, which I actually don't... I don't love Vivi. Like, it has upside, but I actually really like Sheoldred's Edict as a removal effect. Also, just having a way to kill Planeswalkers is pretty nice. So I think I'm going to take that over Thundertrap Trainer and the Vivi Ornitier. Also, just having good, cheap removal works really well with the Lutri here as well. All right, yeah, I think I am, at this point, off the reanimation angle here. Pack 2, pick 6. That's a late Flage. There is Cryptic Command and Troll of Khazad Doom. So both of those are fine options. I kind of like the Troll. It's just... my mana isn't perfect, and it helps us a lot. And randomly, I can play it. But Cryptic Command's pretty cool, too. I like good mana fixing. Let's take the Troll here. Troll can replace a land, and it gets us a Xander's Lounge and or an Underground Sea. And right now, we don't have any fetches either. So let's go ahead and play that. Could use some more card draw effects. And I guess win conditions. We could use a lot, okay? We could use a lot. Also, by the way, I mean, look, I'm going to play the Reanimate, so I still have outs to just being able to go turn 1 Swamp Cycle Troll, Reanimate turn 2, right? That's still a totally reasonable thing to do. Currency Converter, I don't really care about in this deck. There's Necromancy. Like I said, I am off leaning into the Reanimation angle, so for that reason, I think Lorien Revealed is just a much stronger card, great mana fixing, and something that I can use to draw cards late in the game, and good with Force of Will, so I will take the Lorien Revealed here. Although, here's a question now. With 2 Land Cyclers, like, and a Mox, like, how many... Is this a 13 land deck? Or no, 12 land deck? I don't know. I actually don't know. All right, Pack 2, pick 8 has basically nothing for us. There's a Stomping Ground. There's Galvanic Blast, which I don't love. Recurring Nightmare, Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. I guess I'll take the Jace in case I, like, just need a value Planeswalker. Here, there's Kefka, Nova Hellkite, Mokti. Not a Mokti deck. Not really a Nova Hellkite. I guess I'll take this. Whenever this enters or attacks, each player discards a card. Then I draw a card for each card type. I don't know if this card is good. It's a new card that they added. I can certainly try it if I need playables. Celestial Colonnade's fine, but I'm going to take Darkslick Shores for more good mana fixing. Dak Faden is a wonderful pickup here, like just to have as another value card. So certainly in need of some ways to win games. Ooh, I guess I can try the Fire Nation Occupation here as well. Let's see. Force of Will, Sheoldred's Edict, Remand, Lightning Bolt. I don't know what the number is. This is my speculative pile here on the right. I am actually shocked that Thundertrap Trainer came this late. I think this card is just really solid, and I'm very happy to pick it up here this late. Ooh, Galvanic Discharge is another card I will absolutely be interested in playing, especially if I can get really good mana to make it work, just for more cheap interaction. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, and then some cards here. All right, what do we have? Pack 3, pick 1. There's the Flash. The Vaultborn Tyrant is gone, though, so not really interested in that. There's Demonic Tutor. I wonder how good Demonic Tutor is in just like a fair Dimir deck. There's also... You know what? I'm still going to just take Demonic Tutor. Nothing really screams to me, and I'm not going to take a Library. Like, I'm going to be a 3-color deck, so I think my mana is just super important. So let's just take DT here. All right, Pack 3, pick 2. There's Emperor of Bones and Jace, Vryn's Prodigy, along with Gloomlake Verge. I think I'm just going to take one of these 2 drops. I'm just not sure which one. I think the Emperor of Bones is just a much stronger card, so I'm just going to take it here. Well, that's an Archon of Cruelty. Do I just take it? I mean, I can just cast it. Now I wish I took the Jace, Vryn's Prodigy. I only have the Reanimate, but I do have Demonic Tutor. And I do kind of need a way to win the game. What am I missing out on? Brainstorm? I mean, Bloodstained Mire would be really good. All right, I'll take Archon. Archon is a powerful card. Memory Lapse I love. I like it more than Miscalculation, I think. And I'm not going to take Triplicate Titan. All right, this is shaping up reasonably well. This enchantment should also have flash. That would make me more excited to play it. All right, pack 3, pick 5. There is Unburial Rites, which is kind of interesting. It's a reanimation spell. I can even entomb it. There's Croxa, which I don't care too much about. Trinket Mage doesn't get a whole lot. There's also LED, but I'm not really an LED deck. I don't think I'm going to get double red that. I guess I'll take Unburial Rites. I don't know. It all kind of goes in the maybe pile. Tishana's Tidebinder is okay. There's Misty Rainforest, though, which is pretty tempting. Baleful Strix and Go for the Throat are also pretty good. But we have a decent number of removal already. The question is, do I just want good mana over Baleful Strix and Go for the Throat? I think I'm going to take the Misty Rainforest here. It's Misty Rainforest getting Xander's Lounge is just so strong. Here, this is a pretty easy Mystic Confluence. So our control deck looking very, very nice here. All right, pack 3, pick 8. Underworld Breach. Wait, the person with the Brain Freeze didn't take the Breach? That's nuts. Don't need Breeding Pool. I guess I'll take Crabomination. I don't... Do you play this as like a top-end way to win? I mean, if I need win conditions, I can certainly play it. Jace Wheeler Mysteries doesn't seem great. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's the flash, but I don't... I guess I can flash in Archon of Cruelty, but that's not particularly good. There's Blazemire Verge and Treasure Cruise. I think my mana's pretty good now. I think I will take Treasure Cruise here as another way to draw a bunch of cards. Brain Freeze versus Rafine's Tower. I'll take Brainstorm. Or did I say Brain Freeze? I meant Brainstorm. All right, there's Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. I mean, that's not crazy, honestly.
Right on.
If I have the white sources, I have a Godless Shrine here. I can't fetch for it, but I have a Godless Shrine, Troll of Khazad-dûm, and Raugrin Triome, actually. So 1, 2, 3... 3 white sources? Do I have any other lands? There's a Savannah here, potentially, which I can fetch with Misty Rainforest. All right, this is going to be interesting. The real question is the real question for me is just whether or not I want to lean into the Archon of Cruelty stuff. I don't know. We'll have to look, because I do have ways to like discard cards, and I have the Entomb, but I don't have that many reanimation spells, so it just might not be worth it. But we'll examine. I felt like it was worth trying to see where this ends up, but you know. No, I'm not going to play any of the bad discard effects. So 46 cards. We certainly need to cut some lands here as well. At least 2 lands. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. But remember, we also have Lorien Revealed. Okay, this is... I don't even know how to do this. There's Lorien Revealed and Troll of Khazad-dûm. I mean, it could be like an 18 mana source deck, possibly. And then now, if we do that, yeah, you know, honestly, I just don't think this is worth. In which case, I'll cut the Unburial Rites. And I think I can just... I think, honestly, I will have a better win rate if I just put... Oh, I forgot I had Emperor of Bones as well. Yeah, that's not that strong, is it? All right, I don't think I need the Talisman. My mana here seems excellent. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 blue sources. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 black sources. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 red sources. I think I'm going to cut the Unburial Rites. Like, I think I have Entomb, and that's cute, but, like, I don't know that it's worth it. Well, I do have the white mana, though. The problem is, like, I don't have that many ways to discard. So if I ever get Archon of Cruelty into my graveyard, it will be with the Entomb, right? Other than the Dak Faden. Now, and if I naturally draw it, it's kind of bad. And this card just doesn't do a whole lot. Kefka looks a little bit mopey. I just feel like in Cube for 5 mana, this just doesn't get you enough value. I like Crabomination more. It just has a much bigger impact when you cast it. And it only costs 1 more. And I have Teferi and Quantum Riddler at 5. All right. And the Fire Nation Occupation, I have 10 cards to cast. 1, 2, oh no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, 9 cards. This is the other card I'm not sure about. Like, I can either cut this or cut a land because this is 15 lands plus 2 land cyclers and a Mox Jet. I think the Fire Nation Occupation can probably go. This is kind of a mana heavy deck. And I have some cyclers. I'm actually going to over-index on lands and play 18 mana sources just because these have more utility. I can cycle these as well, and I have some expensive cards, and I will always have things to do with my mana. So let's go. Let's do this. Grixis control deck with a light reanimation package with 7 creatures to win with and a couple of planeswalkers. Hey, our mana is great. We have card draw, counter spells, lots of disruption, removal. I feel like this possibly has what it takes. Let's give it a whirl. All right, now before round 1 starts, I did want to say that if you've been enjoying all this content and wanted to support the channel in a different way, I do have a Patreon. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Special shout out to all the patrons here. Really do appreciate your support. Access to the Patreon gives you a variety of different benefits, including access to my my Discord channel, which I believe is a really great way to join a fantastic community of folks who are also looking to up their limited game. We are constantly talking about picks, how to approach formats, archetypes, all kinds of stuff. If you're serious about limited, check it out. All right, opponent on the play. I like how I said I have really good mana and then I have this hand. I'm still gonna keep it because I have Galvanic Discharge and Memory Lapse, right? So I still have ways to interact with my opponent early. We have 11 black sources in our deck and we over-indexed on lands, right? So I mean, admittedly, Archon of Cruelty is like a mulligan, and my opponent just played Lotus Petal here, which is obviously terrifying. Not gonna warp out the Quantum Riddler just yet. I'm gonna just chill here. We have Memory Lapse. So now I need to get the Archon of Cruelty into my graveyard with Dak Faden, or just like cast it at some point. We can still hold off one more turn before I try warping the Quantum Riddler here. Alright, my opponent playing a full-on control deck. I have Iteration. I guess I'll play that. Okay, I just want lands. I don't care about Lorien Revealed. Let's put Mountain in our hand. Put this into our library. And exile Misty. Oh, that iteration was so clutch. 4, 5, 6. Oh, you know what's awesome about this, actually? I can discard the Archon of Cruelty. Nice. And then I have Demonic Tutor, so I can Demonic Tutor for Reanimate if I need. This is perfect. Grim Monolith, okay. So they're doing some kind of stormy thing here, possibly. Alright, let's crack the Misty Rainforest. Hopefully they don't have Tishana's Tidebinder, and I will get the Xander's Lounge. Wow. Okay, so lots of action here. Not really sure what to do. I have Mystic Confluence. I have Emperor of Bones. They have 4 cards in hand, and I have no idea what they're working with. I guess I'll just cast Demonic Tutor. If they counter it, that's fine. And we will get Reanimate. Five cards in hand for the opponent. A Dimir deck with Lotus Petal and Grim Monolith. I think this is the turn where they're going to try to do something big. And we'll see what happens. Yep, Dark Ritual. Could be like a Time Spiral. Maybe an Upheaval. But I feel like I'm in trouble here. Hull Breacher, okay. This isn't too bad. They're going to do a draw 7 effect, right? But I can kill the Hull Breacher in response. So like a Time Twister, sure. So let's Galvanic Discharge this. And they're going to have a counterspell here, probably. Mana Drain, okay. So then now we can Memory Lapse. Time Twister. Alright. We get a mana. It doesn't matter. Nice. And then we get to go. So now we can reanimate. Wait, this makes them sacrifice a creature, right? So yeah, we go. We can play the land to keep up Mystic Confluence. Let's go reanimate. Archon of Cruelty. And they're dead. And I draw the card. And they had Underworld Breach. Yeah, that's probably going to be game. I mean, I'm just at this point I might as well just keep up Mystic Confluence. Let's counter it. They can pay 5 mana, so let's just counter it. Play Archon, and yeah, this should probably lock it up. Yep, there we go. Yeah, I mean, they set up for something really sweet for sure. They had a nice setup, but we managed to have the good interaction, the double interaction there for the Hull Breacher. Now, here's the thing. If they just played Time Twister, I would have memory lapsed it and they would have drained me. And then it would have, like, the game would have just been completely reset, right? So, but I understand playing the Hull Breacher. Absolutely, I do. All right, let's see. Opponent on the play. We have good mana to Fairy, Force, Tutor, and Lightning Bolt. Certainly keeping this. Not going to be looking into the reanimation angle with this hand necessarily. Dragon's Rage Channeler will let resolve. I do have Force of Will available. I'm going to go Misty Rainforest to get a red source for my Lightning Bolt. I don't have an untapped red source though, so this will get me a Raugreen Triome. I'll take 1. I will force if I have to, but hopefully I don't. Let's see. There's Raugreen Triome and the Grixis one. I have 3 black lands, so let's just get the Raugreen Triome. And, ooh, there is also Thunder Trap Trainer. I guess I can just play Thunder Trap Trainer here, because it just blocks Dragon's Rage Channeler. Reanimate. Ooh, hold on. I guess we'll take the Reanimate. There's Treasure Cruise as well, which is pretty good, but now I can Demonic Tutor for Entomb. And I hope we don't draw Archon. It's Lelia. 4 cards in hand. We can Lightning Bolt that. Mana Drain, okay. I'm gonna take this one, because the 1/2 can still block Dragon's Rage Channeler. Ooh, Galvanic Discharge, so why don't we go ahead and discharge this? Play Demonic Tutor for Entomb, and then we need an upkeep stop because we don't want to draw the Archon, so we want to go upkeep Entomb and then reanimate the Archon of Cruelty, and we have Force of Will backup. So this is an excellent hand. That is a Dak Fade-In. They get to Surveil. But I don't think we care about Dak Fade-In. I'd rather have Force of Will for Force of Negation or their own Force of Will. So we're going to let this resolve.
Nothing sweeter to steal.
Okay.
Well,
Ooh. They shouldn't have Delirium here. Also, I can Lightning Bolt the Dragon's Rage Channeler and make it so the Archon makes them sacrifice. I don't remember if Archon makes them sacrifice creature and Planeswalker. I will find out, though. Let's go full control just to not mess this up in any way, shape, or form. Comet and Unholy Heat. Okay. Valerian Academy. That was unexpected. Target point sacrifice a creature or Planeswalker of their choice. Okay. All right. They don't have a blue mana here, but I can play around Daze, I guess. Should I? Because Reanimate... Yeah, I should. We can turn off full control now. Because I gained life from this, so. And I still have Force of Will up, by the way. I can force and exile the Lorien Revealed. Ponder is totally fine. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to play around the days. It's like, if you can afford to, I think you should there, right? That way I get to save my force for perhaps an answer to the Archon of Cruelty, right? Boom. Well, let's just put it this way. I'm really happy that I kept the Entomb. The thing is, Demonic Tutor, that was the thing that really puts this all over, like, kind of puts this all together. It gives you that level of consistency to pull off some of those combos, right? Like, I can totally win a fair Grixis control game, but every now and then, right, as long as I draw Entomb or Demonic Tutor or Reanimate, 2 of those 3 cards, then I can get the combo together. All right. On the play. No shot. Are you kidding me? This hand is insane. Hold on. I got to screenshot this one. I got to screenshot. Are you kidding me? We have Moxshit and Tomb Reanimate. Okay. Got to share that with the Marshall and Luis. We got a little group chat going. All right. Let's keep this. This is so dumb. I mean, they could easily have an answer for this, but like, you know, oh my gosh, they hit Woodfall Primus. What if they go Swamp Reanimate? That would be hilarious. Although I think Archon beats Woodfall Primus in that matchup. That's so funny. Okay. Yeah, the crazy part is, yeah, we might lose this game. We'll see. Thoughtseize Crabomination, sure. Shield's Edict, okay. Am I happy I put Entomb in my deck? Yes, I am. They discarded Reanimate. What the hell? I guess they're at a really low life total? Yeah, so they can't even cast it. Okay. Let's put Lutri into our hand, I guess. Ah, they had an answer. They had an answer. Oh well. Okay, so they're at 4 life. I might just cast Lutri just to like hit them. But we'll see where this goes. They're at 4 life. I mean, we definitely just got a lot of value here with Archon. If you cast it, okay. So they have Pillage the Bog. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think I should just play the Lutri here. They're at 4 life. That's a 3-2 beater. Play Lorien Revealed. Then I have a Lightning Bolt in my deck. You know what would be a good draw? Emperor of Bones. Deathrite Shaman, I see. Okay. I'm gonna attack. See if they block. No. Alright, now this is interesting. It's like... Are there lands in the graveyard? There aren't. They could use it to gain life, but like I don't even know if that's that particularly strong. They just don't have a way to get mana off of this thing. So I think just using all my mana to draw 3 cards is better. Alright. Malevolent Rumble. Okay, well now they're gonna have mana. Uh-oh. Okay. I mean, we got a real game here, folks. Overlord of the Baelmerk, sure. Okay. They can get something back. Is that it? Because I can bounce both of these cards and just kill them, right? I have 5 cards in my graveyard. I guess I should play around days. All right. Wow. All right. Look, see, the value from the Archon still got us there. Man, this deck is sweet. It's like a mild, you know, we didn't go full Reanimator. We went like mild Reanimator, but our draws have been insane. Let's go. Oh, cube is great. All right, on the play here. Ooh, this hand is a little bit dicey. I have 2 cards I can't cast, but I do have a Shieldred's Edict and a Damnation with 3 lands. I'm gonna keep this, but like, because my mana is pretty good and I feel like we have a lot of ways to actually be able to find a deck fade in. We have 7 red sources in our deck, right? Along with a variety of card draw effects. So I'm gonna keep this, but yeah, just I am well aware that this can go horribly wrong. Commercial District. They're probably Teamer, is my guess. We have Entomb, and I'm going to cast it. I will get that Archon in the graveyard. Cool. All right. That's a Territorial Cavalry. Reanimator. Darn. All right. Well, actually, Ragwerin Triumph was great because I have Dak Faden and Teferi. I am going to cast this because this thing can actually eat cards in graveyards. And so it can eat, it can actually eat my Archon of Cruelty. Next turn, I might play the Island first and run out the Dak Faden because I have Reanimate in my deck. And I want to give myself the out of being able to play Reanimate, right? So yeah, let's go Island. Red, blue, blue. Always play to your outs, you know what I mean? Always play to your outs. Let's draw some cards. We missed. We'll discard. Ooh. I mean, definitely Island. Is it Damnation or Memory Lapse? I'll discard Damnation. I want to keep the Swamp. I just feel like it's a little bit greedy to throw away the land there. We'll see. Because if they don't play anything too threatening, I can go Teferi into Memory Lapse, which is... Oh my god. Well, I guess Damnation wouldn't have been that good there anyways. Oh my god. This is a dead Dak? Wow. Wow. That's as good as it... That is as good as a turn 4 play as it gets, right? Okay. Damn. Minsc and Boo. Yeah, I mean, you will lose games to Minsc and Boo. That is certainly a thing that can happen. All right. Yeah, we're probably going to lose this game, but that's okay. You know, we're going to lose to our fair share of really powerful stuff here as well.
Because it's too tiny.
They can put counters on their creature and kill my Teferi, which is probably what they should do. And then I'm just like super dead. I have to deal with a 7/7 and the Minsc and Boo. Reanimate is certainly still an out, so we'll play to that. It would have been so nice if I found like an instant speed removal spell, but I don't have it.
Actually, go big. Just go big.
Again, Damnation is just not even like a great answer here, right? So I think this was fine. It was just max punishment. Mox Jet. I don't think that gets me out of this. Sadly. So now they can draw 7 cards.
Magic.
Okay.
We have mastered.
I mean, we do like what's our only hope here? Like the luckiest Crabomination of all time? I don't know. Feels that way. We lost the one card. It's a really good card, Minskin Boo. I would have probably splashed it, honestly, if I had the opportunity to take one. They're probably going to play the Kefka again. Barogoyf, Crabomination, I don't know. Alright, okay, okay. You know what? Damnation would be good now. It would be good now. Alright, they discard one card. Let's crack this. Treasure Cruise? Okay, let's start with that, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lightning Bolt and a bunch of lands. Okay, well. Crabomination. Was that Ultima? Oh, I thought this was Ultima. All right. Well, I mean, they can just fling it, right? Yeah. So I guess we take Thundertrap Trainer. Remand. All right. I mean, they literally just basically only cast Minskin Boo and we lost. It's okay. It's okay. We've been having a lot of fun. Just a speed bump. We'll go back to our winning ways. Our hand was really solid there, too. We even got there with our mana. All right. Let's keep this hand. We have Force of Will, Damnation, Lowering Reveal, Thundertrap Trainer. Love all of that. Delighted Halfling. We will not counter. Yeah, okay, we drew a Lightning Bolt, so yeah, I'm going to play the Triome here, as that allows me to cast Lightning Bolt and still, like, Force of Will. Although, I mean, given what we're seeing here... Oh, that's actually really annoying. 4 cards in hand? Because they're going to make it so I can't cast the Damnation. I'm actually going to force this. Wow. 4 cards in hand. Just put Lutri in hand. I can Lutri Lightning Bolt at some point, but also I just want them to play a bunch of creatures here and then play out Damnation. Uh-oh. This is not good. Yeah. Silly. I hope they don't roll a 1 or a 2. I'm just losing to 4 mana Planeswalkers. This is kind of frustrating, right? I'm just straight up losing to 4 mana Planeswalkers. Alright, I guess I'll play Thundertrap Trainer and try to hit Sheoldred's Edict. Sheoldred's Edict or Entomb would be good here. Those are not good. Dak Faden doesn't do that much. I guess we'll take Remand. I have Reanimate, but I don't think I want to use it on Elite Spellbinder. Alright. Oh well. Also, if they took the Force of Will, the Comet still would have resolved. So, I think it was still okay to force the Spellbinder. But the sequencing there, like how that all played out, ended up being very bad for me. I mean, that was a turn 3. Yeah, okay. Turn 2 Spellbinder, turn 3 okay, sure. Sure. You have an instant? What is your instant? Okay, we drew Island. So there's Damnation, which doesn't do that much here. There's a Lutri Lightning Bolt. I mean, I need them to, like, hit some minuses on the Comet. Oh, these 4-mana busted Planeswalkers. Ugh. Really rough. They rolled a 6? Alright. They should probably kill me. Okay. Alright. They rolled 2 6s on Comet. Man, this deck started out so promising, and my hand was actually really good, but this is one of those, it's cube and it happens, and you will sometimes lose to certain cards. Okay, well, let's not die this time, I guess. Opponent on the play, my hand is still very solid. Dak Faden, Forcible, Reanimate, Barrogoyf, and a Lightning Bolt. Let's keep it. Swamp. Cheon. Dothy Voidwalker, sure. We have a Lightning Bolt, so... Gonna fire just that off now. I can reanimate it. Should I just do that? Sure. I mean, that's the value of Reanimator, right? Like, you can just... Also, they're, when they play cards like the Epicure, it's like... Perhaps they're a Reanimator deck and the Voidwalker just completely brick walls them, right? I have a 1/2 Barrogoyf. Or I can play Dak Faden. Let's play Barrogoyf. I can just force if they try to kill the Barrogoyf. Probably exiling Mystic Confluence because I'm not close to 5 mana right now. Because Remand and Dak Faden also seem pretty good on this board. Yeah, let's get rid of the Confluence. Now, if they have a second removal spell, obviously, it is what it is. Alright, so that's Barrogoyf. I have Remand, so I want to keep up Remand. So let's just hit them. Barrogoyf activates. Let's mill 2 cards. Do I want Archon of Cruelty? No. Well, I do have Dak. I guess I'll take it. But I'm still going to keep up Remand this turn. Like, just having extra cards with Dak Faden, because I'm just going to be able to discard it again. And yeah, they are a Grixis Reanimator deck. So taking their taking their Voidwalker was actually really, really good. All right, well, we got a win there. So hopefully that was just a speed bump, right? Chalk one up to Minsk and Boo and chalk one up to Comet. And maybe we can rattle off 3 in a row here, because I really like our deck. All right, opponent on the play. What is this hand? Yeah, I'm going to keep this. 2 Mountains, Mox Jet, but I do have Lorien revealed for a blue source. So my plan here is to go Mox Jet, Island Cycle for a Tri-land, and then play the game after that. So that I can play the... So I kind of have access to Memory Lapse on the following turn. Let's keep this. Our opponent also on Lutri. People just don't take this high enough. I mean, I play against a lot of them, but yeah, I just feel like in general, people don't play them, take them highly enough. But my opponent is leading with Chrome Mox on the play, so this is obviously scary. Ocelot Pride, turn 1, okay? And Descendant of... Okay. Well, well, well. Not ideal. So I don't care about the white source, so I'm going to get... Hold on. Yeah, I'm going to get Xander's Lounge here. The reason why I'm getting Xander's Lounge is this gives me the second black for a Damnation, which I am absolutely looking for right now. I mean, this is quite a good start. Hopefully the Mox Jet, and hopefully we can find some removal here. Entomb would obviously be a completely ridiculous draw here. Yeah. I like the decision to make a token here and just go super duper wide. This also increases the chances of getting the City's Blessing. Oh, this is brutal, though. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They play a land 9. I might need to play like a bad value expressive iteration here just to try to find Damnation for next turn. Yeah. Yeah, this is not going to do it. I have enough lands. I'll put Remand into my hand. Put Teferi in my library and exile the island, I guess. Alright, so I guess we're just on top deck Damnation or Bust here. Like, our deck has a lot of interaction, but against turn 2, 2 1-drops on the play, including Ocelot Pride, it's going to be tough. I mean, we have so much removal in our deck, too. We have Galvanic Discharge, we have Lightning Bolt, we have Shieldred's Edict, Damnation. And we look 3 cards deep, so again, I mean, this is basically a Wrath or Bust situation here. And we found Underground Sea. Yep. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess we're not technically dead. But they're Boros. They're very likely to have like a burn spell here of some kind. And so I don't like my chances here at all. At this, like, that was a turn I absolutely needed to find it. And now it's just like... too little, too late. Honestly, they should have just pumped the Descendant of Storms or something. All right, well, we are dead, but we are going to go out on our own terms, okay? We're going to go out on our own terms. Boom. Okay. Hey, look, sometimes your deck fizzles. Sometimes your deck fizzles. Like, we've had a lot of really good runs, and I think this deck was really cool. We had a really good start. And sometimes just like the cards just don't line up the way that you like, and you lose to also other equally really strong starts. So wait, were these the only cards in our sideboard? Did we play almost every card we drafted? No way, right? Oh, there we go. I was like, what happened? Anyways, yeah. So do we have anything in our sideboard? No. Yeah. So taking a look here, I mean, we have, like I said, Bolt, Discharge, Edict, Barrelgoyf would have been fine. I mean, I think this deck was just really, really rock solid. We had the Mox as well. And honestly, this is the type of deck that I would, on some occasions, expect to trophy. I think 4 wins, maybe 5, is roughly the line I would set. Just going in blind with this deck. It had card draw, it had counter spells, it had interaction, it had win conditions, it had the potential for broken starts. It kind of had a little bit of everything and really good mana. So I just liked everything about this deck, but... even when you feel like you have really good decks, you have to keep in mind that this is Cube. Your opponents can sometimes can and will just occasionally resolve something really good, really big, really powerful, and you're not going to be able to deal with it, right? In this instance, it was the 2 planeswalkers and a really good aggressive start where I had just a bunch of counter magic that didn't matter after they ran out the Ocelot Pride and the Descendant of Storms there on turn 1. So it happens. I'm pretty happy with just how this draft went overall. I think this was a tricky draft where we were trying to balance whether or not we should go with the reanimation angle or whether or not we should go with the control angle. Ultimately, we decided to go for the control angle, which I think was fine, although our control aspect kind of failed us there, and the reanimation angle actually ended up doing quite well for us with the Archon of Cruelty. But that being said, I just think this was still a pretty solid deck overall. Really happy with this, and sometimes you just don't get the wins, and that's okay. But that's the beauty of Cube. We had some really sick wins. We got to go turn 1 Moxjet Entomb Archon of Cruelty, which was really fun. I think this was another cool deck that I can showcase, and that's really what I want to try to do. Obviously, I want to win at the same time, and I'm trying to win, but I'm also trying to showcase all the different ways you can appreciate Cube Draft, right? We've done Storm, we've done Boros Aggro, we've done Luris, and now we've done Grixis Control / Reanimator. There's maybe 1 or 2 more archetypes that I want to showcase here, but you might see some repeats. But hey, look, I'm still having a blast playing this. Cube is just one of my favorite ways to approach any kind of Magic, and I am happy that you were able to come along for the ride. Because yeah, this was a lot of fun. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, as I really do appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That is patreon.com/paulcheon. Big shout out to all the patrons. Really do appreciate your support. Also go to TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. Whether you want to buy some booster boxes of Magic the Gathering product or you wanted some singles for your standard, modern, pioneer, or commander decks, check out tcgplayer.com and make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Last but not least, go to heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. They are the place to go to for premium deck boxes, playmat, sleeves, dice boxes, life pads, and much, much more. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.